assault weapons and high-capacity magazines that attach to those assault weapons. I agree with Elizabeth Warren. We should be banning those assault weapons. Banning those high-capacity magazines. We should turn the NRA not into the National Rifle Association. We should turn the NRA into not relevant anymore in American politics. That is what this election is all about. We need a green energy revolution. We need a revolution that says that, yes, the Industrial Revolution started here in Lowell and in Lawrence. Yes, it did. And CO2 started to go up into the atmosphere. Yes, it did. And it provided jobs for the Irish and the Italians who are coming here. But now we need a new industrial revolution in the 21st century. For the new immigrants. For the young people of our country today. A green revolution. Unleashing wind and solar and biomass and geothermal and plug-in hybrids and all of the new technologies that will say we are going to lower from 400 parts per million the amount of CO2 which is up there. That's a blanket of CO2 keeping in the heat, warming up the planet, melting the Arctic, intensifying the storms, warming the oceans, leading to Hurricane Sandy, leading to disasters, which we here in Lowell, we here in Massachusetts have a chance to lead the new industrial revolution, the new job creating sector that backs out imported oil, that reduces greenhouse gases and creates hundreds of thousands of new jobs here within the United States of America, led by Massachusetts. But we're not going to accomplish that. We will not accomplish that unless we follow what Elizabeth was talking about in 2012. We have to make sure that the oil companies do not receive $40 billion worth of tax breaks as Mitch McConnell and the Republicans in the Senate try to cut the tax breaks for wind and solar and all of the new vehicles. We have to make sure that the billionaires pay their fair share of the dues to live in our society. We cannot have hundreds of billions of dollars given to multinationals to send jobs offshore when we need jobs created here in the United States of America for American workers. And we need to make sure that we continue to focus upon passing a comprehensive immigration bill that will allow for us to make citizens, all of those hard-working people who are here, who want to be citizens, want to pay taxes, want to come out from the shadows, want to help to make the 21st century even greater than the 20th century was for the United States of America. We must pass a comprehensive immigration bill and do so in the year 2012. My father was born in Lawrence. My father was raised in Lawrence. My father lived on the first floor of a triple-decker on Phillip Street in South Lawrence, the fourth of 5 children. My father is a graduate of the vocational program at Lawrence High School. Well, 3 years ago, I said to my wife, and by the way, I am very fortunate to have the greatest wife in the whole world. My wife, Dr. Susan Blumenthal, who is here with me. And so I said to Susan, let's go up and ring the doorbell in Lawrence and see who lives there now on the first floor of the triple-decker in South Lawrence, where the Markeys lived, where the 5 Markeys lived, where my father lived. And the door opened, and out came a Dominican family with their children. And the accents were different, but the aspirations clearly the same for that family as existed for the Markeys. And someone who was the son of someone who grew up on 88 Phillip Street, someone who was a graduate of the vocational program at Lawrence High School, is running for the United States Senate because there was a democratization of access to opportunity through education, through healthcare, through the breaking down of discriminatory barriers that began with the Democratic Party, with Franklin Delano Roosevelt, with all of those Democrats that made sure that opportunities would be presented. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's our job. Here's our job. Our job is to make sure that in the 21st century, that we are more educated, more healthy, more prosperous, and more fair than the 20th century was. And that it's all about those kids on that porch in South Lawrence, and on every porch, in every city, in every town, all across our country, every race, every nationality, every country in the world that came here, that they can maximize their family's God-given abilities. That's what this race is all about, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I want to go down to the United States Senate to be a partner with Elizabeth Warren. Fight for working families. Fight for those families that need help in order to make sure that every member of their family can realize all of their potential. So ladies and gentlemen, I announced back at the end of December, and I received a phone call the next day. And here's what the person on the other side of the phone said to me. She said, winter, spring, summer, fall, all you have to do is call. And I'll be there. I'll be there. So, ladies and gentlemen, 2 weeks ago in the White House, an historic thing happened. President Obama making the presentation. The Gershwin Award is given to the greatest songwriters in American history. They've given it out 4 times. 1, Paul McCartney. 2, Stevie Wonder. 3, Paul Simon. 4, Hal David and Burt Bacharach. Raindrops keep falling on your head. Not bad. And 2 weeks ago, in the White House, they gave it out for the 5th time to the greatest female songwriter in American history, the great Carole King.